Kamutai, and I headed Jefferson Girls, beginning the girls' school. And the challenges of the school, it was a mixed day and boarding school. And when it became a girls' school, girls had their own demands, and I was forced to try and give the demands of the girls. One was the dining hall. So I asked them to give me 1 year, 2 years, and the retired councillor of the area, Councillor Kilel, assisted me get a guest for the Muchango, we approached the women rep of that time to approach for us our DP when Dr. William Ruto was a DP, and God had favor in us, and we were able to collect money for the school, and we built the multi-purpose hall of the school. So that is the project I left, and of course I had a mark in that. So discipline-wise in the school, it was okay, though the academic standards were still below, but we tried our level best because we didn't want the cheating that was there by then, that is buying exams for the children. So while in those stations, I was able to do an induction course for principals. I did certificate, I did diploma, and I also did advanced diploma. Still, while in one of the schools, with the stresses of running the school, I was able to enroll for a guidance and counseling course to assist me as a person and also to assist other people. So the counseling diploma that I got from the University of Nairobi gave me a lot of confidence and enabled me to continue in the smooth running of the schools despite the challenges that we face in our schools. I was able to work with teachers, and I was able to promote my teachers. My deputy in Gaitui, she had asked for study leave, and I was able to give her study leave. She's now a lecturer at Kabianga University. My deputy of Chepsion, I was able to promote her. She's a principal, currently she's in the girls. Second deputy is a principal at the West, Tulwamoy. So the post I have been nominated for, now that I retired, of course, I wanted to say maybe that one gives me to be a non-public because I retired honorably in the year 2017. I have almost 7 years after retiring. So the county secretary is the head of the public service, and is the person who is in charge of the running affairs of the county as a whole, coordinating. So with my experience and my work, we want to see somebody who is actually diligent, who is able to observe timelines, who is able to work with a lot of commitment, somebody who is trustworthy, and somebody who displays integrity. Somebody who, from his experience, we should be able to see the commitment that he had. I think I forgot one thing. As a young teacher, I was nominated by the Kenya National Union of Teachers to attend a workshop in Kisumu for the women leaders, teachers, and it was sponsored by the Norwegian teachers. So I have a certificate showing that I was able to attend a certificate with the world leaders, and those were women from Norway. So I got that experience. Despite that I was a young teacher, I was not able to travel to Norway. And then as a Kipsigis mother, you are not supposed to leave children and board a plane, leaving a young child at home. So I was denied that chance, but all the same I say maybe God will open at a time, one time, for me to fly. My child was 9 months, and I was told I could not go to Norway leaving a child of 9 months. So that is it. So I was saying, with all those virtues of leadership, I think I'm able to use the experience that I have had and what I have also had with leaders to get our county a a county secretary who will be able to add value to our county. Thank you so much, our chairman of today, honorable members. I don't know whether I've left something. Maybe I can be asked a question.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Koech. You know, once a teacher, always a teacher. From your remarks, I think you have done well in terms of introducing yourself, and from your introduction, we have also picked that, of course, you know the reason why you are here. You will be expected to be recruiting a county secretary, and you have mentioned exactly what we wanted you to mention, maybe perhaps for purposes of record, because you know introduction also entails where you come from. I know you did mention that you reside in Londiani, family, the very basics maybe that you just left. For
I can say, yes. I'm sorry for that. I am a resident of Londiani Ward. Location is Kipsirichet, sub-location is Kipsirichet. I'm a member of the Africa Inland Church, a leader of the Women Regional Church Council, and currently leading Moms Prayer International in our region. And we partner with mothers in the US. So we were set to travel to the US for the Moms Prayer International. We are actually, when we retired, we say, let's work for God, because God saw us through the career path until we came out to cure all, and now we are working for God. Thank you.
Family? Family, you need to mention who are you now? You mentioned that Mrs. Koech is, who is she? Married? Not
okay. Sorry.
So
I'm married to one husband, Mr. John Koech Chachil, for those who know him. He was a veteran of the Kenya National Union of Teachers. I joined Kubet later on when Kubet was formed, because I served in high schools. So that is where.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Rosemary, for the comprehensive introduction. I will not ask you many questions, but maybe just I'm particularly impressed on what you are doing currently as an active coordinator of the Moms in Prayer International, Londiani region. We all know that, of course, the foundation, even for the leaders and even for the family unit and in the society, is that where we come from, we are religious and we believe in prayers and all those things. My concern is maybe from 2018 to date, being an active coordinator of Moms in Prayer International, I don't know whether maybe you have ever thought, or maybe you have ever engaged with the leadership, particularly probably the county or even at the sub-county level, and organize for any prayers, or you prayed for them in whatever capacity. I don't know. I'm just
okay, Chairman,
concerned.
Your Honor, Dr. Mutai, you will know that our African Inland Church, they have a constitution, and we work under Wazis. So we're still waiting for a time when they can give us that opportunity. We rely on these Wazis fully, and we take pride in them. For now, we are still engaging, though we normally attend in Kasarani Moms women's conferences, and we do our things, but we are still ladies. So maybe if our chairman of the region, maybe that is a point, an idea, and we can grow with it. We can approach the chairman who can give, or who can do the necessary, or give us the permission to approach the county.
Okay. Maybe as the chairman of this committee, I'll implore upon you or request you that as you go back to Moms in Prayer International, consider also praying for us as a committee, as well as our families, and even as the County Assembly of Kericho. So let me open now the floor for the honorable members to maybe engage with the nominee. Leader of Majority.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Once again, Rosemary, congratulations for your appointment maybe to this panel,
Thank you.
which intends to vet the new county secretary. Now, you are aware that Kericho County is serving now, is doing now without a county secretary because of the impeachment that occurred to the former county secretary,
Yes.
which he later resigned, though he resigned after being impeached. What do you think was the contributing factors to the impeachment of the former county secretary? And what is it that you will consider now during your recruitment of the new county secretary for us not to face the same challenges, because now we are expecting a person that surely we don't know him. I know you also don't know the person, but what are these measures that you are going to put in place to make sure that we get the very competent county secretary that will serve diligently the county government of Kericho? That is number one. Number two, you know the qualifications of a county secretary. For one to be a county secretary, you know the minimum qualifications. Now that you come from a non-public sector and seeing into your background, you've majored so much in education, or you've been purely maybe in the classrooms, and you know now the qualifications of this county secretary. What is this one thing that you will give to this panel, if given the opportunity by this committee, to make sure that we get the best out of the many that will apply? Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Leader of the Majority. Thank you for the questions you have given me. One, you've asked what measures can I give for the person to be competent and to work adding value to our county. In Chapter 6, we are told about integrity, and as I employed to you, I built a multi-million dining hall in Chepsion Girls, not because we had money. Ruta contributed 4 million with the Arambe. All the other monies were savings from the school. So what I'm saying in short is somebody should be somebody who is focused to see what can be saved from our county in terms of maybe budget, and whatever is being used, is it being used for the purposes intended for? That means we should seal the loopholes of corruption. Somebody should not be able to misuse an office, because the office, though he sits in an office, the office belongs to the county. So somebody should be somebody with high discipline, high standards of moral values, and you should have been able to display, maybe from wherever he is coming from, evidence or from that. And you should also be able to be accountable to the public resources. And you should be able to lead by example. Now that is going to be the head of the public service, you should be able to lead by example, so that others can copy or benchmark him. Number two, the minimum qualification of a county secretary. Of course, every county secretary should be able to have a first degree, and you should also be able to have a second degree, though may not be very compulsory, but you should be able to be competent with the first degree, having served well in wherever he has been, or I don't know where there is a she, wherever she has been, and should be able to display elements of good governance, should be able to display good conduct, and should be able to be a role model in what he does. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, Honorable Eric B.
Thank you, Chair.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Chair. And once again, welcome, Rosemary. And I have two questions. Of course, you know, one is you give us the roles. Apart from being the head of county public service, what are other roles of the county secretary? Because you are the one going to do fittings, so you will briefly give us the roles. And number two, you are aware of the the last county secretary who left the office. I don't know whether you are aware of what happens to the former county secretary, and
Not very so sure, but I had something. Not so sure.
you'll
I'll see.
what happened when there is such gross misconduct to the county secretary? Who will do the dismissal, and also, of course, if there is any warning or any disciplinary measures to be done to the county secretary? Because at the end of the day, you are the person vetting. You are going to vet the county secretary. What are the procedures if in case of any gross misconduct for the same? What will happen? Shall it be dismissed immediately, or is there any procedures which can be followed until the end of the dismissal of the same? So briefly tell this committee, because they are the person who are going to do the vetting, and give us that clarity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Member.
Okay, Rosemary, I'm guided that you will respond to that, and then the next ones we will take a set of questions so that you will respond. So for purposes of time, so you respond to that, and then the next set of questions you will note them down. We'll take around from 3 honorable members so that we can maybe perhaps fast track the engagement.
Okay.
So you can respond to that, and then you be precise to the point.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, Your Honorable. Let me say that I'm not so sure of what I heard. Of course, sisi tukiwa nyumbani, we heard that the county secretary, there was the corruption. I heard we were hearing on the media. Of course, I could not establish the truth that the money of the accident victims of Londiani Junction were misappropriated or whatever. That was what I heard, but I could not establish. I also heard of mismanage the conduct of the office, that is misusing the office. So I've said I wasn't so sure, because I normally don't follow issues siasa, to put this at aside. But now I've come to
maybe Rosemary, to assist you. It was true. There is a report to that effect in this house that the same money was misappropriated. So it is not alleged. It is something confirmed.
Okay, sir.
Findings of this house.
Thank you so much, member of the panel. So it is confirmed. So also what I'm saying, in case somebody has come to that office and he does the undoable, let me say that, I think there are steps to be followed. I may not be very sure of those steps, because I'm yet to be guided by the trainings and what have you, because for us, when we went into teaching, we were inducted so that we know what we're supposed to do. So I tend to think that if somebody mismanages or does things that are not supposed to be done, I'm sure there should be a set of rules that should be followed until the end, when he or she will be dismissed. The roles, I've been asked about the roles of this county secretary. Apart from being the head of the public service, I'd say his work is to coordinate activities of the county, and is also the secretary of the executive, county executive. He's the secretary of the county executive, and he coordinates and oversees the smooth running of the activities in the county. Maybe I'm yet to get more. Thank you.
Yeah, that is a very honest observation from Rosemary. The Honorable Chair, I want us to take 3. We start with Honorable Cheriot Bates. So you will note it down, Mrs. Quach. And then we'll also go to Honorable Ogony, and then the Honorable Maritim from Chepso.
Thank you, Chair. Rosemary, let me take this opportunity, first of all, to congratulate you for being nominated to this panel. Number two, my question is, how did you find yourself in this panel? Do you have any relationship with the appointing authority? I mean, out of the very many people, he chose you to sit in this panel. Now, that is the first question. How did you find yourself here? Do you have any working relationship with the appointing authority? That is number one. Number two, I also want to congratulate you for the decorated career. From your CV, I've seen you worked for more than 34 years. So let me congratulate you for working for that long time. Number three, the county secretary that you've had, the position arose from an impeachment process. You know, removing someone from office through an impeachment is not a simple thing. You've had some of the reasons why the immediate former county secretary was removed from office through an impeachment is because of a lot of issues. Apart from the Londiani issues, there were a lot of other issues. Now, you were the person, if you are given a green light by this committee to sit in a panel, to panel beat a new county secretary, can you assure me, in fact I don't even say assure me personally, that the kind of a person, how will you make sure that the kind of a person that is going to be given this job as a county secretary is one who is not corrupt? Number two, the county secretary position, as you rightly put it, is someone who is going to be in charge of public service. Public service majorly deals with whole cadres of employees in our county government, including even transfers. You know, you come from a background of being a teacher. Maybe you've dealt, most of the time you are dealing with probably students and teachers. Now that you are going to recruit someone who is going to deal with the entire, population of more than 5,000 employees in our county, they are not students. They come from various, departments. Do you think that you are not the right person to sit in a panel that recruits someone who will be in charge of the entire, workforce of this county government? So convince me that you are the right person to recruit that county, the county secretary. Then finally, take me through, if this committee gives you a green light, take me through how you are going to do it until we get the new county secretary. The procedure, if we give you a green light today, take us through the procedure until we get the new county secretary. Thank you very much.
Okay, the Honorable Kiprotich Ogwany.
Thank you, Chairman. Once again, Rosemary, I congratulate you for finding yourself in this house, having been nominated to the selection panel that is going to look for the next county secretary. I do not want to repeat what my colleagues have said before, but I want you to affirm to this committee how you ended up here, because when you made your remarks earlier, you said you are somebody who doesn't do politics. You are apolitical. You've confirmed. But you coming from, you are born in Kapsogut, you live in Londiani, do you have any relation with the appointing authority? You will have to tell the committee. And then, number two, I must also congratulate you for the sterling career in the education sector. The schools you've taught, in any case, they have posted impressive results. In fact, during your time, we have a honorable member, a ranking member in this house, who went through your hands in Kaitui, 2 of them. So you've done well, because their success is what you did in the school. But then, I want you to tie your career, the success in your career, to what you've been nominated to. You know, the right, the member on my right, the Honorable Cheruiyot Bet, has, put you to task to give us the person you're going to select procedurally. But then, as the chairperson of that committee, you will be that person who is going to critically consider the next county secretary. And this is a senior officer of the county. This is somebody who is going to head the public service. And this is the secretary to the cabinet. So, Madam Rosemary, I want you to, tell this committee how you intend to arrive at a very serious individual who is going to represent the executive. Thank you.
All right, the Honorable Maritim.
Thank you, Chair. I want to ask Rosemary, if approved by this committee, to sit in a panel recruiting the county secretary. You don't know the person? Yes. And maybe he or she can be your relative. How will you handle for that matter? Thank you.
I think that is conflict of interest. Should it arise during your recruitment process, should be approved. So you can respond to the three sets.
Thank you so much, honorable members, for your questions. To begin with, I think I've been asked this one question of how did I find myself here. I think I've said nothing but the truth, that I normally don't do a lot of politics, but my CV landed somewhere, and I think somebody saw. Somebody who sits in one of the offices in the county, and I think I assisted this child in one of my last schools, in my last school, Jefferson Girls. He had brought a relative to the school, and we did all we could to help the girl, and I think she did very well. So it was by, I'm being very sincere. Otherwise, our honorable governor, though I was born in Bureti, I moved to Londiani in 1983. How many years are those? We moved to Londiani and have been teaching in Londiani from then. So many years. Home is Bureti, but our governor, he comes from Bureti. He is our president in the county. So I've said my CV landed in one of the members working in one of the, I don't know whether it is the office of the governor or office of the finance officer. I'm very sincere.
Okay. And most probably, honorable members, I've also seen from the documents of Mrs. Koech that in 2019, she was also invited for an interview for County Assembly Service Board member. Is that the case?
That is very true. I even attended the interview in Nairobi, but I wasn't successful. So I said maybe another time will come, and maybe it was God's favor. Thank you. Okay, the second question, impeachment. I think we've been watching a lot of impeachments. I think the most that we watched was that one of the governor of Meru, which we watched very many times. Of course, I'm sure an impeachment process does not begin all of a sudden. It does not begin day 1, day 2, day 3, but collecting a lot of facts over time, and I'm sure being led by the legal team and maybe appointing the appointing authority. I'm sure there should be a marking scheme even in our own county. By the way, maybe I can answer one of the questions that I wasn't dealing with students alone. During our time, we used to recruit teachers during our time. Maybe until I retired 2017, the schools, principals and board of management were recruiting teachers from the school. So we were also vetting those teachers following a marking scheme given by our commission. And even if I were to have my relative, if he or she qualifies according to the marking scheme, of course, like the chairman of the panel was saying, maybe he has an interest because he knows where I come from. Somebody was supposed to say whether he has an interest in a candidate or 1 or 2. So we could not do that because our hands are tied when we have a marking scheme. And again, the integrity or the oath of office that we took, that we are going to do the very best. I remember a case of one recruitment in Kapkondo where we were recruiting teachers, and the councillor of that area those days were telling us, don't recruit outside our county. Why are you bringing us Marians, what? But we were following the marking scheme and the integrity and the academic qualification. We recruited a Marian girl in Kapkondo. And then the panel, all the students who came, when they went away, they wrote to me messages of goodwill that, thank you very much, madam, for the transparency you showed, because we employed a Marian lady. She had a first class honors, and she had so many other papers. Good enough, when we recruited her, she went to Nairobi, got a job, and declined the employment. When she declined the employment, I told her, write a letter, take it to the Teacher Service Commission for me to give in another employment letter. I was given another employment letter, which now God helped us to recruit our own teacher who was in the school, because it was now very easy to manipulate. Having gone through the process, we were able to employ who was already serving in the school. So I'm one person who does, even if I have my own child, I will do it. During my days in school, students used to tell me, "Nyinyi mnajua what is going to come in the exam, so to pay leakage ya practicals." I told them, who gave me when I was a student? Even my own daughter was asking me, why don't you give me, mom, the leakage? I said, if I give you the leakage, you pass, you don't know what's going to be ahead of you. So it's somebody who can display a lot of integrity, to be transparent and honest. So this one person that we are going to vet, I'm sure there will be some training or whatever, the remarking scheme and everything. We should be able to see maybe line by line and to see actually who really fits. Because all of us, if we got a person who is going to mismanage our county, even me, I will also be mismanaged. So it's good to get somebody who will take care of our county, and we have value for our resources, and we, a lot of maybe the generation, we will go to the greater heights. The other question, the public service. So this person, again, though he's going to be the head of the public service, he should not use his office to ensure that he maneuvers employment, maybe for his gain, but he should be able, as I said, we should be able to go by whatever is the marking scheme of every company job, company, whatever you're going to do now. I'm sure we shall be guided. We shall not just sit as a layman as me and start vetting. I'm sure we have the legal officers who will assist in one area, other people in this area, and even from the experience that others have had, I'm sure there will be corrections that have been made. Even those reports that you are saying, it will be able to help us, and then we can forge forward. Otherwise, I've said if I have my own relative, unless he is competent and he fits I'll be able to declare that I have interest in the person. Maybe I get out, and then maybe the other panelists can do the work. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. I think the only thing that you have left out was the matter whether you are aware of any process until a new county secretary is recruited. If you have already maybe interacted with what you are required to do.
As I said, Chairman, I may not be aware of the processes, but I said we shall be guided by maybe the training or whatever has come ahead of us.
Okay, I think that is fair enough. Honorable Cheriot, and Honorable Brotich, I hope you are now convinced that given an opportunity, as she has explained, there is what we call a marking scheme, and also that she has confirmed that she is very transparent. And of course, the marking scheme, I know you are laughing. Marking scheme here, Mrs. Koech, of course, should you be successful, will be when you are recruiting the county secretary. Of course, there is the guiding legislations which you are going to go through it, and perhaps now you can get or you can source the county secretary as required by the law. So, Honorable Francis Teres.
Thank you so much, Chairman, for this opportunity. From the onset, Mr. Chairman, I want to declare some interest because I know Roslyn Koech, and Mr. Koech, John, comes from the family of Mr. John Koech, comes from Kapsakut, location in Chebuinwat. And at the same time, I know Rosemary. Rosemary comes, the family of Rosemary comes from a village known as Kabisaga in Chepuinwat and Kaptele and sub-locations. But in those declaring the interest, that will not affect the end process of this interview. And my only question is, Mr. Rosemary, in case you are approved, Mrs. Rosemary, in case you are approved by this committee, what will be the qualities of a county secretary you will recruit? What will be the qualities you will look at during the recruitment process of a county secretary? Thank you so much.
Rosemary, you can respond to that.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. And the qualities of this county secretary, I've said we begin by the academic qualifications. We want to see the highest he has done, what are the relevant papers he has done, the work experience, the merit of whatever he has done from wherever he has been or she has been. We want to see in terms of if there is evidence in terms of writing or reports from their referees. We should be able to handle it clearly and maybe asking questions one by one. We want to see that this person is honest, that is disciplined. I've continued to say that you should be able to be humble. A leader should be a very humble person, not somebody who is going to be beating the chest that is the boss. We should be able to see a person leading who is humble and who has the values honest. He should also be kind, should be able to give a hearing ear to maybe sentiments of the people. You should be able to work with the CECs or the county office, all of them mutually. You should not be able to be a dictator. You should be able, who should be seeking for advice or seeking for consultation. And you should also be somebody who gives also guidelines to others, not just murdering people. We know we are human, we are to error, but we should be able to see somebody who has a ear to what is being said. He should be able to hear what executive are telling him, or even the boss of the county, and even the county assembly. You should be somebody who should be able to work with all the people as a whole. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Rosemary, for the engagement that we have had. Honorable members, I think we have engaged with the nominee, and I feel that we should leave at that, because we still have a number and we are behind schedule. Rosemary, once more I want to congratulate you for being nominated to this position of the county secretary. One thing is that I'm impressed because, you know, the position of county secretary is one of the key positions in the county government. And as you are aware, having been nominated from the non-public criteria, therefore automatically, should you be approved by this house, you will be, you shall be the chairperson of that selection panel. And at this point in time, I just want to wish you all the best. And thank you so much. We've seen from your CV that you have contributed immensely to the education sector, as well as even to other sectors in the society. We wish you all the best on behalf of this committee. And should you be successful again, as I put it, ensure that we have a county secretary who shall steer the county forward and to avoid the previous controversies that we have had. You have heard from the members here their sentiments in relation to the previous office holder who was impeached by this county assembly because of improprieties ranging from financial to even the issues, basics, those issues at the office of other county offices. So we hope that should you be successful, we expect you to lead a team that will recruit a competent county secretary on behalf of the very many people of this county. Otherwise, I want to congratulate you and give you 1 minute to say one final word so that we can release you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madam Chairman, Your Honor, honorable members, and everybody in this house. I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to you, and I feel privileged and honored. It's not by might, but I'm sure it is a favor from God, and we want to steer this country to our county to the next level, because we are a county who have a lot of resources, and maybe the resources may not be matching with what we have in our county. So given the opportunity, I promise you that we'll do our best. God help us to do our very best, and we are praying, being prayerful moms. We are asking God also to give guidance in that, and then we get a competent person. And I want to promise you that we say we are Moms Prayer International. We actually pray for the children. I can say in this forum again, you can be my children because you are age mates of my children, and their schools and the workers. That is basically what we do. Because if you don't pray for the children in the schools, a lot of bad things are happening in the children, and when they grow up, those things will continue. So we want to start minimizing them and their teachers. So we're also praying for you as our leaders, because you also influence other people so that the good thing of the Lord may go with you wherever you go, and we get a prosperous country. So may God bless all of you, and let's work together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the prayers. So we have come to an end of our engagement with Rosemary. Rosemary, we sincerely appreciate. Ensure that you have all your documents back. I can see there is a CV here. You've left some of the documents here. And also ensure that you offer some tea and snack to Madam Rose. Okay. All right. Should there be lunch? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Rosemary. So we wish you all the best even as you go back home. Have a safe trip back home. Thank you so much. Asante. Karibu. No. If you have some more notebooks, you can ensure you give her, please. So thank you so much, honorable members. We shall be proceeding immediately to the next nominee. So 2 minutes asiingie hapo